So, you're thinking about moving to Palm Coast, Florida, but you're not sure what the effect all this new construction is having on the housing market? That's exactly what we're going to cover in today's video. If that sounds like something you're interested in, then stick around because we're going to get after it right now. Hi, my name is Stephanie Schulis with Real Broker. Thanks so much for joining us today. If this is your first time to the channel, please make sure to tap that button below to subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications so you can be the first to be notified every time we put out brand new content all about Palm Coast, Florida living and moving to Palm Coast, Florida and the surrounding areas. We get calls, texts, and emails from people just like you looking to make the move to Palm Coast, Florida every day, and we absolutely love it. So, whether you're thinking of moving in the next 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, and we'll do everything we can to help you make a smooth move to Palm Coast, Florida. You may have heard that there are more brand new homes available right now than the norm. Today, about 1 in 3 homes on the market are newly built. And if you're wondering what that means for the housing market and for your own move, here's what you need to know. People remember what happened to the housing market back in 2008. And one of the factors that contributed to that crash was that there were too many homes for sale. While only part of the oversupply back then came from builders, the lasting impact is that some people still feel uneasy when they hear new home construction has ramped up. Even though the supply of new homes has grown this year, the data shows that there's no need to worry. Builders aren't overbuilding, they're just catching up. This graph here shows data from the census that shows the number of new houses built over the last 52 years. Following the crash in 2008, there was a long period of underbuilding. That's what we see in red. And it wasn't until recently that we finally met the long-term average for how many homes are built in a typical year. This shows that even with the increase in new builds we've seen lately, there won't suddenly be an oversupply of homes for sale. There's too much of a gap to make up after a decade of underbuilding. And if you're still worried that builders are overdoing it, here's something else that should be reassuring. The latest data from the census on housing starts, homes where builders just broke ground and permits, homes where builders can start development soon, shows builders are slowing down their pace right now. Why is that? They're responding to the still high mortgage rates and how those are impacting buyer demand. Basically, they're pulling back appropriately in response to what's happening in the market. In an article from Housing Wire, they say, even with a massive housing shortage across the nation, home builders are completing their pipelines and not seeking as many permits to construct new single-family houses. Builders remember what happened when they overbuilt in the crash, and they're looking to avoid a repeat of that. So they're building mindful and pulling back a bit. If you're considering a newly built home, here's how this impacts you. With builders seeking fewer permits and not breaking ground on as many new homes, we may be at a peak of new home construction for the year. This doesn't mean new construction is screeching to a stop. It just means that the pace is slowing down now, and that'll impact what comes to market later this year. As the chief economist with NAR, that's the National Association of Realtors, says, given the recent declines in housing starts, home completions will steadily show declines in about 6 months. So if you're ready and able to buy now, you may find that you'll have more newly built options to choose from versus later on. This may be enough reason to kick off your search. Just be sure you work with a local agent, I happen to know a great one, that you know and can trust throughout the whole process. An agent will have valuable insight into builder reputations and other key factors specific to your local market, to the market here in Palm Coast. If there isn't much new construction near you, you'll be able to point you toward a nearby area where there is. So while it's true new home construction is a bigger segment of the market than the norm, that's not a bad thing. Builders aren't overbuilding, and they're responding to market signals to avoid repeating mistakes that were made in 2008. If you want to buy now, while new home options may be at their peak, let's connect today. You can always give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We love hearing from you guys. That's it for this video, and we'll see you on the next one.